orange. Oh, look at this light. Oh, I love it, y'all. Thank you. Oh, we're being blessed. If only I was holding a little baby, Mother Mary. Anyway. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mandy, and this is November's reading, everybody. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't even believe it's November. How's everybody doing? Here it's cold. All the leaves have fallen off the trees. Halloween is over. It is time. It is hunker down time. And they're playing Christmas music on the radio, and I love the holidays. I'm just not ready for it. I'm not ready to hunker down yet. I'm not ready for the jackets and the cold and the, oh my goodness. How do you all feel about it? How are you feeling? Clearly I am showing up today in my best, my Christmas best. I am unshowered, unkept, straight out of therapy. I was like really just crazy and excited and like laughing at myself and like totally cracking myself up, and I've come down considerably now that I have all the cards and everything set up, so that's probably a really good thing. Where was I going with that? I'm trying to think if I have any announcements. If you're local to Asheville, I will be at the Spiritual Fusions Psychic Expo at the Ag Center the 5th and 6th, doing readings all Saturday and Sunday. I think that's it. My Halloween deals are over. Thank you to everybody who bought packages. I'm super grateful and excited. And I think that's it. Yeah, definitely follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all of those things. I do a weekly energy reading. If you're looking for a personal reading, those are down below as well, okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, pile one, if you chose this Amethyst, which is a stone of healing, okay, then this is your reading. I pre-shuffled a bunch of cards. We are going to see what comes out here. Okay. What's going on for pile one in the month of November? I just heard that song, Had to Lose You to Love Me by Selena Gomez. To love me, to love. I had to lose you to love me. Such a pretty song. I love her. She's my sister. She just doesn't know it. Oh, her documentary comes out soon. Maybe that's something y'all should watch. Oh my God, I want to cry. Ooh, pile one. What's going on? What's going on with my pile ones? Wow, I really want to cry. I'm crying. Okay, pile one. So interestingly enough, the first card that came out is Compassion. And just kind of looking over this, there's a strong family home emphasis here. God. I don't know what this is. Never just like, that's not true. Like I've definitely cried in readings before, but I feel like there's a lot that wants to come out. It does not feel wrong that Amethyst came out, because it is a stone of healing. If any of you struggle with addiction, this is a great stone for addiction. You know, weight issues, alcohol, anything, but it's a stone of healing. But there's a really strong emphasis this month on home, on family, and on your star family, on your, connecting with your guides and angels. This is going to be an incredibly healing month for you. And we've got Saturn here. Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn is a planet that when it's in our house, however, but I don't know how to explain it astrologically, but Saturn represents a time where we go through significant growth. It's like a time where we're ambitious and we are asked to be our most bold, authentic selves, but there's so much growth and transformation in the process that it isn't easy. It's like they hold us to task on who we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be doing. I feel like there's a very significant need right now to take care of ourselves, to ask for support from our guides and angels in the month of November. There's a lot about self-worth here, inner power. As I learn to love myself, I become powerful. With affirmations, I claim my inner power. So I feel like, goddamn cat, I swear to God. Hold on, you guys. Not about you right now. Oh, a huge time for self-healing, inner reflection, self-love. And for some of us, I feel like even doing affirmations, affirmations help, you guys. Affirmations are the real deal. That sounds so easy and like, just say some affirmations every day and your life will be magically different. It is amazing how quickly we can change our energy just by doing affirmations. I know that for me, when I started listening to like entrepreneurial affirmations in the mirror, when I was like putting makeup on, and I would say the affirmations out loud as I'm putting makeup on in the mirror, looking at myself, it's not fun. I'd much rather listen to some music or something. But I immediately started getting more clients. I immediately started selling more packages. My energy started shifting. I mean, I was doing a lot of other stuff in regard to my life, but it really does help. It really, subliminals, listening to subliminal messages at night, like they have like rainfall you can listen to for 10 hours and underneath their subliminal messages about how awesome you are. Anything you can do, I feel like it's going to be really, really helpful for you. No matter what I choose to believe or say, the universe always says yes to me. Therefore, I choose only positive thoughts and words. Okay, so we want to be, there's like a calling here to be on our A game. There's a calling here to get back to a sense of ourselves, back to our sense of healing, to really put ourselves as the priority, to have compassion for ourselves in the world. I feel like this healing process isn't just to get you to be okay in life. This healing process is to get you to light your candle so that there is more warmth on this planet. You have a very strong soul connection, a very strong spiritual connection to the cosmos, the divine, and they're really asking for you to be compassionate with yourself, because it really does truly help elevate the planet. I feel like by doing this, you're going to be living into your purpose. I feel like by having compassion for yourself, healing yourself, taking this time to really hold yourself to task on what is truly important is going to get the ball rolling in regard to your purpose, in regard to what's next. So November is like really important. I'm going to get some clarification on this. The other thing that's strongly coming through is the need to work with your guides and angels. I feel like this is probably a very connected pile again to the cosmos, to our guides, angels, and I feel like they're really asking to like be in on the game. That maybe we've kind of been like, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go from here to there, and and this is where I'm going to live, and I'm going to do all these things, and I feel like they're just saying like, hey, like, we have all the answers already over here. So how about if you spend time meditating and working on your abilities, your make abilities, working on your intuition, working on your trust, working on your self-worth, working on your personal power, to make it not about other people, to make it not about the job or the career or whatever, and instead to go within and make November about your relationship with your boyfriend, God, Jesus, your guides and angels, however, light, source, divine energy. That's the most important thing for November, because they really want you to be very specific about what you want in November, because you're going to get what you want. We've got A-list, she who grants wishes, desires, hopes. There's big goals, big ambitions, big dreams, big relationships that we want. And they're saying like, you're going to get what you want. So where you're at energetically is what will meet you energetically. So say you want to be a teacher, and you want to be a college professor. But if we're playing with finger paints, we're not exactly at college professor level. So it's a matter of like really doing the work to be on our A game. It's kind of like acting as if, like, if you want to be that CEO, like what do CEOs do? They get up at 4 a.m, they work out, then they, have their coffee, they write their whatever affirmations, then they go to work and they start their meetings, and like they have very limited time because they're so busy that every moment counts. And I feel like they want every moment to count here. I feel like they want you to start playing the part, acting as if now, so that when the ball starts rolling, like you're already in alignment, you're in great habit. I'm going to get some clarification on this home and family. We've got the family coming out, and we've got home coming out. If you become ill at any time, notify an officer and you'll receive medical attention. Do not make unnecessary disturbances. I feel like this is a month also to ask for help spiritually, but also physically. If you're struggling financially, if you're struggling, whatever, to think ahead. You might be waiting until something comes along, like, I'll get the job, or, something will work out. The universe has my back, but, things don't work out. And then it's like, we're scrambling last minute to figure out what's next. And I feel like they want you to be a little bit more proactive about that kind of stuff. Maybe that's in regard to your home. Maybe some of you are like buying a home. Maybe some of you are moving or relocating. Let's see what family is here. Why is family here? I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing within the family, but let's see. It could be something different for everybody here. Why is family here? Why is family here? Why is home here? That's too many. Why is home here? So for a lot of us, there's really significant endings happening in November. On the bottom of the deck, wow. Well, I think that was meant to happen. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Star card, a card of hope, a card of the stars aligning for us, believing again, seeing the magic in situations, allowing yourself to sparkle and shine, seeing the light in the darkness. It's a really beautiful energy, a very hopeful energy. And then we got the Six of Wands that kind of shuffled out of itself, a card of success, okay, recognition, fame, glory, going to the war and coming back, and having the parade. So I feel like there's success here. I feel like there's hope here. But I do see significant endings. We've got the Eight of Cups and we've got the World. Eight of Cups is all about walking away from something, and the World is all about big endings and completions. And I feel like for this pile, it will be something different for everybody. For some, this could be a relationship that we've gotten out of, something that we felt like was the real deal, but it actually is fake. And we are rushing toward, ending something that no longer feels right. We're letting our guard down. We're letting our walls down, and we're just kind of following our heart. We're kind of saying no to what no longer serves us. For some of us, I feel like we're speaking up in a relationship and being like, no, this isn't, not doing this anymore. I'm done. And getting the hell out of Dodge. And for others of us, I feel like we're just taking the inspired action that we've been wanting to take for a really long time. Regardless of your situation, we're finding hope again. And that's why I feel like it's so important for you to be taking care of yourself, because as you make these big, bold choices, it's really important to stay grounded and to stay balanced. Because it feels like big energy. I mean, family and home, like these are big issues. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got Star Family here. You're a part of a team of souls, call in support. So spiritually, it's interesting. We've got family, like, and I feel like the message here is, even if things are falling apart physically in your, environment with, your real family, people that you consider family, your home situation, they're saying like, blood is blood, who you live with is who you live with, but you are part of a greater soul family. Your guides and angels are also family. You have a whole soul tribe out there in the cosmos, people that are your tribe that, I feel like there's some significant endings where it's, kind of bittersweet, where it's like, man, if I walk away from these people, who am I without these people? Who am I without this identity? Who am I without all these things I was going to accomplish and do? And, it can be very confusing and scary. And I feel like they're saying, you're never alone. Like, you've got us. Like, we are your family. This is interesting. So I had, here's what I want to say. If you just close your eyes and say, take me back to where I'm from. Okay. This might be a little bit too trippy for some people out there, but like, take me back to home. Like, where's home for me? And it doesn't matter if that's a physical location here on Earth, or if that's another planet, if that is some idea of heaven for you, but I don't feel like it's a physical location. I feel like, take me back to my spiritual home. Like, who am I spiritually? Take me back to my spiritual home. And here's what I want to say. Like, I did this the other day in meditation, and I was just like, I just felt like this longing to just kind of like, not feeling here, like not feeling like, what is this place? Like, what am I doing here? Is this all that there is? And so I meditate, and I'm just like, take me home. Like, I want to go back home for a little bit. Like, I need a rest. Like, I don't know where that is. I'm a pretty grounded woo-woo person. So when people are like, oh, I'm from the starseed Lemuria, I'm from, like whatever, I'm just kind of like, great. Like, okay, well, I'll let you know when I'm dead. But I quickly like kind of went to this place, and there's this big open, beautiful space, and these two women come out, and they kind of look like me. And they're just like, oh my gosh, like, it's so great to see you. And they give me hugs, and I was just like, and I was crying, and I was just like, can I just stay here for a little bit? Like, can I just stay here for a little bit? And they were like, of course, you can stay as long as you like. And the one looks at the other while she's kind of like patting my back, like, holy shit, like, this is crazy. Like, she's really into her humanity right now. And they were kind of like, she doesn't know, like, she thinks like she's really human. Like, we've never seen her like this before. And in that moment, I just knew it was the weirdest thing. Like, as soon as this is super trippy, like nothing like this has ever happened to me before. In that moment though, when they looked at each other, I was just like, Earth isn't real. Like, this is real. Like, the idea of like immense love. I mean, the place just felt like love. It just felt like overwhelming love, not a care in the world. Everything works out here. Kind of like when people say that they're crossing over to the other side. Like near-death experiences, and they're just like filled with like this overwhelming sense of love. It was like that. It was like a near-death experience without having had one, thankfully. I've already had plenty of those. Thank you very much. So it was just really fascinating. But it's this idea, and sorry if nobody fucking cares, but it's just the idea of, we are actually from a place that is so full of love, that is not a struggle, that is just peaceful. And here on Earth, struggle, it feels real, but at the end of the day, we're just playing a big game. We're just, here to experience and to challenge and to grow and to try it out and to kind of ride the ride. So all of that to say, trust that there's something else on the other side. Trust that there's a bigger family out there than what we know in our 3D, lives. Really fascinating experience. And forgive me if that's an overshare. Nobody gives a fuck. What else? I feel like in the month of November, we're just beginning to listen to our internal wisdom, the little epiphanies that we've had. Things that we've kind of just shoved under, like, yeah, I'll get to that, or yeah, I just, can't deal with that right now. I feel like we're beginning to really get into our power and understand that we're strong, but we want to do it in a really balanced way, with compassion coming out here. I feel like there's a lot of compassion for ourselves and what we've been through. I feel like it's important to say that nothing is wasted. All the experiences that we've been through, none of it is wasted. Okay, that we actually learn so much through our shitty mistakes. So trust that, you could have done your whole life perfectly, but what would you have learned? How would you have grown? Would you even have appreciated it? So interesting. So I'm going to leave that part of it there. Let's see what's coming up for love in the month of November. I get one card for love in November. Okay, I have to read these because I don't know them all. Oh, shoot, there goes my... Okay, so we've got loving all that is. Okay. You wise, awakening being, you can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you have worked hard and are now in need of rest. You can love your energy and passion, even when you are so far ahead of the pack, you have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up. Maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger because underneath its fire is a desire for respect. And you can love your peacefulness because within your heart, you really don't care much for fighting sometimes. If there is something that is shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay to just love it. It will make sense when it needs to. Until then, just love it, even when it hurts, for it's part of your own divine nature awakening. Oh my God, I want to cry again. Pile 1. It may just be like a painful cramp happening because it's been curled up for too long. This oracle brings you a sweet message. You are asked to love. Everything else will take care of itself. Yeah. Wow. You're onto something, pile 1. There's something going on with you that's... Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the breaking. You are breaking apart. You might not understand it at all. There is not so much to be understood, but the simplicity doesn't mean it is easy to endure. Yeah, it's like a very simple message, but it feels so painful, gut-wrenching, like all of the things. You may worry that you're going too far, that you may not recover or ever come back together again. But what can you do? Can you hold back from the divine love that calls you, that lures you to becoming all that you are, to remembering your divine nature? Well, you could try, but for what purpose? Temporary rest before the storm at best. So take the rest if you need it, then dive into the storm. Let yourself be brokenhearted by the divine so that you can become your truth, become all that you are meant to be. It is better to have the heart broken so that it grows than to be brokenhearted by thinking that you must protect yourself from love. This oracle brings compassionate guidance that no matter what sadness or anger, despair or frustration you may feel, You are being pulled apart, not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine, as it strips you of that which would keep you from your divine realization. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. Ooh, pile 1. Wow, like I just like need to like cry, like have like so many cries. So I'm just sending you lots and lots of love and light this month. There's going to be, you know, beautiful things that happen as well, but I just feel like there's a lot that we're healing, a lot that's breaking open, a lot of decisions and choices that we're making. So let's see what other angel messages are here for you guys. Anything else you guys want to say before I wrap it up? That's too many. Peaceful warrior, and it's interesting because they kind of look a little bit similar. Like peace, compassion, it's just an energy. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. And then we have change and transition, Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Yeah, there's like it's so hard to describe because it's just a feeling. It's like big potent change, but it's like bittersweet. It's like really emotional and powerful and like gut-wrenching and huge. And I feel like y'all are being like really brave about showing up to your like you're doing the work and you're making really big strides and making really big decisions for yourself, and you're honoring yourself first and foremost. And that doesn't mean that that's easy, you know. It's like you're doing everything to stay like balanced and grounded and, you know, to show up in a beautiful way, but it's still painful. Let me read this one if I can find it real quick. It's on the bottom. All this stuff's going to fall over. Okay. I want to read Ariel, Peaceful Warrior. The angels want you to know that you are a warrior soul and that your heart is so pure and light-filled that you desire only peace for yourself and those around you. You may find your peace being challenged, however, and be unsure. You may find your peace being challenged, however, and be unsure how to react. You're being called upon, Archangel Ariel and the angels, to know that there is true strength in holding things together and sending everyone around you peaceful thoughts and blessings. You have a voice and the angels know you're not afraid to use it. Take time right now to figure out the most peaceful and loving state of being you can remain in. If you feel that you have a reason to stand up to someone or something that is challenging you, your angels are here to say that you have the courage and conviction to do so. But ensure you are coming from a positive space and aren't dropping down to fear-based level you may be up against. Take time to ask yourself if you'd rather be happy and walk away or be right and prove a point. Will it have any benefit for the person or just your ego? Think peace and be peace. So for some of you, as you're making these big decisions and big choices, there's a lot probably that's going to trigger you. And in that case, we want to be as peaceful as possible and approach it from a place of love. Oy, I'm going to need a little break after this, y'all. I know you can't, feel the energy. I mean, you probably feel it in your life, but I literally feel the energy. Okay, let's get some blessings coming in for the month of, actually, let's get some guidance real quick, and then we'll get blessings. Let's get some guidance, see if there's anything a little extra. What guidance for my pile ones? For my powerful pile ones with the huge hearts. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. Okay. So I feel like for my pile ones, if you're like, things aren't happening fast enough, or this all feels really weird, I'm not sure what feels right. Well, like if there's confusion, if there's like, wow, this is really just friggin' intense. They just want you to just enjoy it. Again, like as I said kind of before, like enjoy the ride of what Earth is. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to do your life perfectly. We're just here to experience all the things. So if you can love your life in the month of November, despite all that's going on, you will absolutely be in a really good place in life. Okay. So enjoy the journey. Okay. It's a wandering path. It may not be what you expected it to be, but just kind of love it as it is. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So as I said before, like making your priority, your relationship with spirit, the biggest priority. Making sure you're in alignment, making sure that you're in conversation and conversing with the divine, opening to your spiritual source, opening to, I feel like you have purpose, and I feel like that purpose and that call to go deeper within, to read more, to study more, to learn more. Like maybe that's kind of fallen to the side for various situations within home and family, or other, things going on in our lives. So open up to that spiritual source, take the time to do what you know you need to do, but stay open. And then on the bottom, overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Okay, so for a lot of us, we're leaving certain situations, we're gonna have to start completely over. When the rug's pulled out from under us, trust that we are special and unique enough to get this sword out of that giant boulder, okay? That is part of our calling, that's part of our journey, and to trust that we can overcome anything. There's still, if you follow that path past that boulder, there's still beautiful greenery ahead. Okay, so the path hasn't ended, we just have to overcome this obstacle. Okay, you're destined for something beautiful and rich and lush and green. Okay. All right, pile one. Let's quick get some blessings coming in, and then we'll pull songs, and that will be it. Blessings. Okay. We're gonna pile ones. Okay, so we've got flow here. Okay, a blessing coming in for you, learning to flow. And it's interesting because so much of this energy just feels overwhelming, like an ocean, but also the expansion and the compassion of like the depth of ocean water. So yes, this need to flow and just kind of be in the energy, conversing. I don't know why, with the divine, kind of being in this beautiful energy of flow with all things with energy as things become illuminated for you. Focus. We're learning to focus. Interesting, we've got winter here, lots of snow as we're kind of like coming upon that. We're learning how to focus our energies on what's truly important. This creature, cougar, jaguar, bobcat, is looking up. Okay, so we're not focused on what's going on in the earthly realms. We're focused on what's going on in heaven. We're directing our focus into a more productive, more healthy, more healing journey, which is a gift. Then we've got relaxation, okay? As things kind of implode, change, ebb, flow, we're just like, you know what? My body's tired. I'm going to get some extra sleep. You know what? I'm going to watch a movie. You know what? I'm going to read a book. You know what? And just kind of taking that time again, to just kind of enjoy life. And again, it's interesting, we've got 2 full moons here, so things will be illuminated this month. Really interesting. Taking risks. Okay. Blessings coming in. We're going to learn to take risks. We're going to learn to open our hearts. We're going to learn to leave certain situations and move into things that are more loving, as this candle literally just went out and like blew in my face. Okay. I feel like we're really opening our heart chakra in the month of November. And then truth. Okay. We're learning truth. We're learning what truth is for us. It's heavy, it's intense, it's so emotional, but I feel like we're being really brave in regard to honoring that emotion. So that's all really beautiful stuff, pile one. All right, last little nugget, and then we'll pull some cards. I enjoy the serendipity of life. The unexpected can be wonderful. And only the unexpected, that's why flow is so important, you know? We didn't have any tower moments coming through, but I feel like, you know, with this illumination, and I've never noticed like this face, it's kind of like, almost like a decree of like, this is what it's, and this is, I feel like information's coming in for you. I feel like clarity's coming in for you. And I feel like it's just going to feel very overwhelming, but not necessarily in a bad way, because you're so balanced and aligned. I feel like it's going to feel like your cup runneth over. It's going to feel emotionally expunging. Like you're just going to be crying a lot. Sorry, pile one, but it's a beautiful energy. It's a very healing energy. It's not bad at all. So yeah, let me get some songs for you guys, but I have to grab them because they fell over. All right, Spirit, songs for pile one. All right, we've got Nervous by John Legend. Oh, still get nervous. Such a good song. I love that. I love John Legend. So Good by Halsey. Oh, I was thinking, so good. I know it's bad, but we could be so good. Waiting for the Train by Peggy Lee. Oh, gosh. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've heard that one. Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. Oh, weird. Okay, so Halsey's So Good is in there twice. You got it twice. I did not know that was in there twice. You got it twice. So that song is definitely going to be significant for you. And in that song, that's a song about somebody, well, you listen to it, you figure out what it is for you. But, oh, I don't want to put both of them back in there. That was not the intention. Okay. All right, pile one. Those are your readings. If you like this video, if it resonated for you, please like, please share, please subscribe. Let me know what's going on in the comments. If you guys want a personal reading, all that information is linked below, okay? I wish you the best, most amazing November, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Bye. Hey, pile two, if you chose this fluorite, this is your reading. So let's see what's going on. I have already pulled these cards. So let's see what you've got. Oh, wow. Did not realize that many came out. Okay, we'll do those at the end. Okay. We'll get there. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, pile two. All right, pile two. So here's a scoop. Y'all have been in some kind of conflict. Conflict that has been really triggering, honestly. This is a month we're going to be working through that. The first card that came out, or the first one, like this is kind of like the main theme I decided for like this deck. We've got manifestation here. So the idea for the month of November is for you to manifest what you want. What do you want to know out of this situation? Who do you want to be in this situation? How do you want the situation, most importantly, to resolve? Because you're very, very powerful and you have all the tools within you to create the outcome that you want. So we need to treat it gingerly. There's a lot that's being illuminated for you, a lot that is coming to the surface, a lot you're beginning to understand about yourself and about others and about this situation. I feel like for a while we kind of were just looking at it from like a very short-sighted view of it, like being in a prison cell almost, like this is my reality. But now we're kind of getting up and out of the situation to see it from like a much bigger perspective, where there's like towns and states and the whole world, universes. We're really expanding, we're growing. We've grown a lot from this process, from this conflict. Our perspective is changing. We are like finding common ground is really, really important. And it's interesting, we've got Taurus that came out. Taurus is a really stubborn sign. I love the Taurus in my life. But they can be really, really stubborn. You know, every sign has its positives and weaknesses. And Taurus is amazing for their workhorse capabilities. They're crazy smart, very sharp. They rule the throat, so they speak very eloquently. They're good communicators. My sister's a Taurus. She's a singer. And is just really good at like, like she will cut down. She knows exactly like the words to use. Taurus are also super lovable. Like they love their creature comforts. They love snuggly things. They love like good meals and staying at home. They like being homebodies. Not that they can't like get out and be the life of the party or whatever, but if they do not feel like it, if they feel like their cat needs attention, they will stay home. And Taurus love to slowly like work toward things, but they can be bullheaded. I mean, every Taurus I know is extremely stubborn. They can be a little bit spitfirey. They can be a little bit, you know, shoot at the hip and take names later. So I feel like, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we've got, I'm not laughing. So these are my Alcatraz cards. So there are rules from the Alcatraz prison on each card. One says, violent or abusive letters will not be mailed. Correspondence is limited to 2 outgoing and 7 incoming letters a week. So we've got that. And then we've got, you earn your privileges by conducting yourself properly. I don't know, like it's kind of funny. I'm not laughing at you, pile 2. But clearly y'all are stubborn motherfuckers and you know how to cut a bitch if need be. So if there's, and we've got lapis lazuli, problems resolved. So I like the energy that is coming to me here is this idea that there's some kind of conflict. There's some kind of maybe resolution, something that we are manifesting here to take place. And Spirit's like, let's make sure we do this in a really healthy way. Let's make sure we send the letter that we want, make sure that we it doesn't even have to be like physical. It can be like communication. If we're, you know, cutting people out, if we are speaking our truth, if we are setting boundaries, if we are trying to resolve things, that we're doing it from a place of love and that we're manifesting that rather than from a place of like, I'm right, you're wrong, use a bitch energy. Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my God. Plan B is like the best song. It's just so good. Anyway. Spirit will bless the effort that you put in. So if you can come to a situation compassionately, they're going to be like, yes, well done. Like this is the test. This is the test for you to not fly off the handle, for you to be very mindful and smart about how you play this. And the more that you step into your maturity and your wisdom and your growth and your heart, when you operate out of a heart space, the more that this will resolve itself. We've got commitment here, garnet. So I feel like we are committing to ourselves, committing. Maybe in the past we just kind of let shit fly and we just kind of like did whatever we wanted, and we were just kind of a little bit more aggressive, or just kind of snapped. We are now learning how to take responsibility for that, and we're really committing to our actions. We're committing to manifesting what we want in the way that we want it, but we're also committing to showing up in the world in a more mature, more loving, more peaceful, like wanting peace first and foremost, rather than needing to be right. We've got she who dreams, escape, dreams, fantasy. So I feel like for a long time we've been in kind of this dreamy energy of like wanting certain things in our life, wanting things to change, and I feel like we're beginning to, I'm going to clarify that, but I feel like we're beginning to, like, because more and more has been illuminated for us, we're no longer dreaming about something, we're actually beginning to take action on it. Because we're able to see now things from a different perspective. Why is she who dreams here? Oh my gosh. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles coming out twice, okay? Ten of Pentacles is legacy money, is how I describe it. It is creating wealth for yourself, really big wealth, knowledge, being, 90 years old or whatever, looking back on your life and taking a look at like all that you've acquired and accomplished and being like, wow, like I did it. Like, this is my thing. These are my people. These are my dogs. This is my money. My kids are set for life. I don't even have to worry. That is kind of the goal here. And it's interesting. It came right underneath Taurus. Like, this is totally like a Taurus card, because Taurus loves their money. They love to work. They take great pride in their work. And that's not something, that's something admirable about Taurus. Absolutely. I feel like for a long time we've we've got Ten of Pentacles, the Devil reversed, and Queen of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we got Queen of Pentacles. Underneath that, the Emperor reversed. So I feel like we've been chained to this idea. I feel like that's why the Devil's showing up here. That it was more about the money. It was more about the look. It was more about the final outcome, keeping up with the Joneses, being somebody, making ourselves feel important or wanting to feel important, because that helps to validate who we are and our self-worth, as opposed to finding purpose and living into this legacy by creating purpose and doing what emotionally fulfills us and doing what lights us up, doing things that light us up. I feel like we're coming out of a place of stagnation. We're really beginning to create this legacy for ourselves by manifesting, by stepping into this energy of change and perspective and growth. We're able to create this legacy for ourselves. We're able to get back on our throne of inspiration and kind of be that leader of our lives again. And not just for, like our businesses or inner life or our entrepreneurial things, our goals, our ambitions, our dreams, but also our internal compass. We're kind of, acknowledging that commitment to ourselves. Like, no, I'm going to get back on my throne. I'm going to, do the things that a CEO would do. And I'm going to step back into that role, and I'm going to, play the part of living into this purpose, changing things up. And for some take it how it resonates. There may have been situations in our life that really knocked us off of our game, kind of like the rug being pulled out from under us, to a point of, like, I feel like whatever conflict this is was really disturbing to our sense of self, to our identity, to our sense of peace. We've got lapis lazuli here, problems resolved. Third eye and throat chakras. So I feel like there's just a lot that's been illuminated for you, and I feel like there's a lot that's come to the surface, and we've learned a lot about ourselves. And I think it's really admirable, because I feel like you're actively trying to make those changes, which is good, which is really, really good. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. So this little green candle, okay, I lit it to represent the heart chakra. That's the one that just like crackled. So I feel like the month of November, our heart chakra is opening. I feel like where we've been, in that Taurus energy of feeling very stuck mentally, like ruminating, overthinking, just like so much overthinking, that our heart is beginning to open up here. We're really beginning to allow ourselves to believe in something different. We're really having the audacity to believe that we're deserving of something different. Okay, so let's see what these self-love cards are. I didn't realize 5 came out. 4, 5. The past is part of the richness and fullness of life. My past is a part of the richness and fullness of life. Without my past, mistakes and all, I would not be here today. I love myself for my willingness to learn and grow. So for some of us, in regard to this conflict, or just in regard to all the shit that's going on in our lives, because we've all got stuff, I feel like there might be some regrets here. There might be some mistakes that we're not happy about, some life choices that we've made over the years. And that's okay. And I feel like you're realizing that now, that, if I didn't make all those mistakes, I wouldn't be standing here right now looking at myself in the mirror. I wouldn't, things wouldn't be fully illuminated for me. I wouldn't have been able to see this perspective. And you can now see that, so much growth has happened, and it's time to applaud that growth. And I feel like you're acknowledging that, nobody that has lived a perfect life I've learned anything from. There's nothing to teach if you've just been like, I was raised, like I've never, no offense, Paris Hilton, I've never learned anything from Paris Hilton. I'm sorry. Maybe like what to wear designer wise. And not to say that she hasn't been through stuff in her life. It's a bad example, but people that have really made mistakes and have gotten sloppy in their lives and just chosen poorly, myself totally included. I've made some really bummer mistakes in my life. They have absolutely caused me to grow and expand. And I feel like you're allowing yourself that compassion to see those mistakes as not defining your existence, not defining who you are, but seeing it as defining your growth, which is really a huge light switch flip. So I applaud you, pile 2. I forgive myself for any wrongdoing. Interesting. So that's kind of coming out twice, like regret, past mistakes. Spirit doesn't want you to suffer, you guys. We are allowed to forgive ourselves. Again, like those mistakes don't define us. I no longer judge or criticize myself. I am free to love who I am. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let go of the stuff. I mean, we've all got stuff that we feel like we could do differently. Oh my God. Yeah. So there's a lot of forgiveness happening in the month of July or month of November, and I love it. I am my own unique self. Yes. I love this card. Everyone is unique and different. If we are like other people, then we are not expressing our specialness. And I feel like that's part of, was it this pile? Sorry, what's that channel? It's gone. I think I was saying that like we were kind of like more concerned with keeping up with the Joneses and our identity and our wealth and, about money, rather than like, I want money because I want power, because I want to help change the world. And I feel like we're changing that perspective. I am my unique self, and understanding that our uniqueness is our superpower, that we don't want to fit in with everybody else. the richest people are all like unique and eccentric and, you know, like the game changers, the truly powerful people got there not because they, you know, were like everybody else, but because they took risks and they grew, and you have to be your unique self in order for that to pay off. And you're also honoring the uniqueness and differences in others, which is amazing. If we are like other people, then we are not expressing our specialness. Exactly. We are special little starfish. I affirm that I am totally willing to freely forgive everyone. So much forgiveness happening here. And I feel like a lot of regret, a lot of, wow, I wish this could have gone differently. And learning how to forgive people. I release from within me all bitterness and resentment. I let go of old hurts and forgive everyone, including myself. So I feel like, honestly, I feel like pile 2, this has been a journey for quite a while. I feel like this has kind of been like a big shakeup. I'm surprised that there aren't, you know, like, I'm surprised Saturn, and well, that came out in the first pile. Maybe that's why. I feel like these are big things that we're learning right now. And I feel like maybe there's like past trauma, like in family, childhood. And I feel like we're not just forgiving this situation, but kind of like we're seeing the bigger perspective of how, well, this happened in my childhood, and then we skipped to here, and then like that's why I was like, oh, I was in college, and then we went to, ooh, and then that job, and then this person, and then, you know, like there's a lot, a trajectory where we're beginning to see how we work. And I feel like we're learning, like, you know what, everyone's just doing the best they can with the cards with the hand, I can never say this right, with the cards that we've been dealt. And we're giving people grace, and we're being able to transmute all of this negativity into something really beautiful and positive, which is truly a beautiful gift, pile 2. I live and work in comfort and ease and beauty. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. Okay, and I feel 2 things here. One, if there's family issues, we've got 10 of Pentacles, which, you know, having family surround us, that one of these things might be, you know, investing in family, investing in our home, really letting our houses be a reflection of who we are, you know, making sure that the pieces in our home isn't to show off or to, you know, fit in with what's new right now, but instead, like, we're really like allowing our freak flags to fly and allowing our personal creativity and expression to go forth. But also I feel like our home within, you know, my home, I'm okay in my house here. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. I choose to be really kind to myself. I choose to like love my body. I choose to honor myself, my uniqueness. I feel so at home within myself at all times, which is fucking glorious. Okay, so let's get some guidance really quick. Actually, I think I did angel. Let's do angel messages first, then we'll do guidance. Okay, messages from the angels. Yes. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay. I feel like how to, I feel like you're really beginning to see things from a more spiritual perspective. Taurus can really get stuck in their head. They can be very analytical, you know, incredibly smart, but also can overthink. So I feel like we're learning to see things from a spiritual perspective. We've got spiritual abundance here. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. And I feel like it's wealth, it's financial wealth, but I also feel like it's a spiritual wealth. I feel like we're learning how to change up work. Maybe we're beginning to think about changing jobs. Maybe we're thinking about changing careers. Maybe we want our legacy to be more than just like a certain title or being CEO of a company or, you know, making it big, being famous. We're learning how to like change up that narrative, and we've got time to breathe here. Okay, but I love that Corona ad. I feel like you're learning how to take time out, that we don't have to run ourselves into the ground, especially in regard to work and finances in the month of November. Maybe some of you are even going to go on vacation, you know, just kind of get the hell out of Dodge and be like, you know what, I earned a Thanksgiving off. I'm just going to go away for Thanksgiving or whatever. But I feel like for some of you, you know, maybe getting away for a weekend, traveling at the very least, put on some Hawaiian music and sit in your bathtub and really enjoy it, man. But there's something about doing it differently. We're seeing things from a different perspective in November, which is great. Okay, so let's get some guidance. We'll get some blessing, and then we will pull some songs. Too many, you guys. Where are my piled twos? Okay. Okay. Bottom, what do we got on the bottom? Okay, funny. Okay. Guidance here, overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything, okay? So if there's stuff you just feel like this is impossible, the situation is impossible. Not impossible, evs, okay? Not with Spirit's help, not with manifestation, not with our own personal power, the energy we can bring to something. Even if something doesn't work out in our favor, we can still learn, heal, grow, be okay within our own skin for the part that we played and for how we showed up to a situation, what we've learned from that person. Like in regard to like family situations, you know, you may never be besties with a parent or a sibling that you've always struggled with, but if you show up to a situation with love in your heart, you might be able to set a boundary with that person, and while they're still being crazy and, you know, drunken, slobbery, you know, whatever, you're growing, you're learning, you're okay. Your family situation is healing because you are healing. And that person may not be here to evolve. They may just be here to be a signpost for you to get you to a place of your own personal peace. And that is a true gift. Follow your bliss, navigating by the stars. It might be good to kind of spend some time out in moonlight, go look at the stars, but they just really want you to follow your bliss. Like, what is it in your heart? What do you dream about? What do you spend like all of your mental energy dreaming about? Because it's time to make the stars align. It's time to manifest that if you're not already in the month of November. Distant thunder, clear the air. I feel like in regard to whatever conflicts are happening, it's, you know, if there's truths that need to be spoken, if there's this can also be like mental rumination, just overthinking. Clear the air of your mind, clear the clutter of your home. It's time to like shake things up. You know, after, it's like that energy after a big thunderstorm when, you know, you can feel all the electrons or whatever, everything feels alive and it's like, whew. It's time to shake things up. It's time for the month of November to make it happen and I just got a little spark from my heart chakra again. Whatever your heart needs to say, whatever needs to happen to get your heart chakra to open and for you to operate out of your heart again. Do that in the month of November. It will help clear the air. It will feel fresh, new. It will feel like that big thunderstorm. But after that thunderstorm, it's like peace. And yes, it may have been crazy and it may have created flooding. It may have created destruction, devastation. But after that, it's okay. And that's the guidance here. Cleansing waters. Lots of water, water, water. Purification activates vibrant life force. Again, just feeling like called to water or taking a vacation or something where you can escape. If you can't take a vacation, take a long shower and like imagine that the shower, the hot water just kind of pouring over you in white light, and use it as use the intention of I am cleansing myself right now. I'm cleansing myself physically, but also I'm cleansing myself spiritually. I'm detoxing from whatever situations make me want to feel like a crazy person. And just really enjoying the cleansing process so that you can get back into your life force energy. View from above, get the bigger picture. And so we've got perspective here, see the bigger picture, and then we've got view from above, see the bigger picture. So I feel like in the month of November and prior, we've kind of been stuck again in that prison cell of this is my life, this is all that is possible for me. And they're like, get on the friggin', like, get out of the prison cell, go up the stairs, get on the roof, and take a friggin' hot air balloon or helicopter to see the bigger picture, to see that life doesn't have to be a prison, to see that there's so much out there, so much expansion, growth, love, just amazingly beautiful things. If we could just get up and out of the smallness of our life and of our situation. I feel like for some of us, this conflict, you know, when we're at heads mentally, it's like all that we worry about, and it's just like, but like when we get outside for a walk, or we breathe some air, or we go on vacation, it's like, maybe do some yoga, something that gets you out of your head and back into your body and back into that heart alignment again will be so good for you in the month of November. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing now? Blessings. Oh, I forgot to do, okay, let's quick do a love card for the month of November. See what's going on in love. Okay, can I just get one card, please? Okay. So we've got gifts received. Gifts received. Relax. It's okay to accept what is coming your way now. Gentle your soul, steady your heart. Even the most precious treasure can be received by you. Why not? Are you not built of the same stuff as that treasure, beloved? Because we're all stardust. It's all love, after all. That is all that there is. Enjoy, accept. Rest in the knowledge that you are being invited into a sanctuary of abundance, peaceful rest, and replenishment now. It's just time. This oracle holds a message for you. The universe is trying to get something to you. More abundance, more love, an answer to a prayer. Sometimes the healing comes in unexpected packages. Sometimes we try so hard to find the answer, exerting so much effort to receive, that we make things harder for ourselves than they need to be. So relax. Have some fun. Be at peace. Everything is working out just fine, and there's a nice surprise coming your way. So being in this receptive energy of being open to receiving, and I feel like it's believing that we're good enough, and I feel like it's a lot of believing that our heart won't be wounded again, to believe that like we can believe in love in the month of November. A lot of heart chakra activation happening. Yeah, they just kind of want you to be at peace and relax, and to not try and find the answer, and to just kind of let things work out as they're meant to be. Okay, beautiful. And then on the bottom we've got Cosmic Butterfly. Let's see what this is. You are being reborn from the pulsating womb of the Divine Mother, on fire with her creative power. You are being transformed whilst living. To surrender certainty in favor of openness. To accept the smallness of your everyday life while admitting to the magnificence of your being. To open up to the divine light that pours through you into a myriad of forms, endlessly creating, destroying, creating again. This is your sacred task. Life is thriving within you. This may not feel stable as yet, but will certainly feel exciting as you enter into yet another cycle of rebirth. Let this life seem as though you are living many lifetimes in one. It is possible for you to encounter the totality of human experience in this lifetime, so you be open to it. This is treading the enlightened path, embracing all of life. You have chosen this for yourself and have been blessed with it as a possibility this lifetime. Why not let yourself be broken down and reborn through the workings of nature? Another life within this one beckons you on now. This message for you from this oracle is that if your life feels like it is falling apart, then take heart, for it is falling apart to come back together in a new way. Very similar to the first pile. You are going through rebirth, just like a butterfly in a chrysalis. The agony and the delight, the sense of dying and being truly alive, can all be held in the serene space of your heart. Surrender into what you are becoming now, and know that what you are leaving behind is but a shell that once will have held your fast emerging new self. Beautiful, powerful, really powerful pile too. I feel like there's so much awakening happening here. I feel like just like kind of, heart chakra, just I feel like there's a lot you've had to learn recently and a lot you've just been learning. And it feels so, because it's such a different way of life, it feels so unstable and ungrounded and like, I do not feel safe. But we're really learning to kind of embrace these changes, embrace who we are. I loved to surrender the certainty in favor of openness, to like be more curious and playful about life than this is the way it's got to be, this is the way it's got to happen, bibbidi bobbidi boo. So those are your love messages. Take them how they resonate in regard to your love situation. Okay. I did guidance. Now we're going to do blessings, and then we'll get songs, and then that will be it. What blessings are coming in for my pile twos? Blessings are coming in for my pile twos. That's too many blessings. It's fine. Okay. And that is so cool. Like it said, like enlightenment is a potential for you, like in this lifetime, pile two. So clearly our shit has been upended. And the fact that you have the choice of whether or not you want to be an enlightened being, like truly from a non-egotistical perspective, is pretty powerful. But we really have to kind of show up and do the work for that. Transformation. So blessing coming in, transformation. So much like immediately drawn to this blue and yellow throat chakra energy again, which is like Taurus. Are speaking our truth, communicating, being able to see our uniqueness, the yellow, that solar plexus chakra energy, being able to feel expressive and like our own unique selves and being, having lots of willpower and gumption and confidence. Such beautiful transformation coming in for you in the month of November. Stand still. And I feel like this is, and stillness. Stand still and stillness. So while we're going through this transformation and through this transition in the month of November, I feel like we're able to honor and respect the grayness of it all, the messiness of it all. We're really learning to have grace and compassion for ourselves, being okay in that in-between. I just heard the Jimmy Eat World song, The Middle. Okay, it just takes some time, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. You're in the middle of the ride. We're trying to get from A to Z, but it's like we're at an H. We're at a solid H, and it's like, what the fuck? So we're learning how to be okay in the moment rather than needing that certainty of, where is Z? How do I get to Z? Stillness, whenever swans come up, it's always about self-worth. And I feel like we're taking the time to really recognize our beauty. We're being okay in our own skin. We're being okay in our own company. Sometimes there are people in the world that have to always be around people. They always have to like go. They always have to produce, do. And it's like, I'm okay being at home with myself because I really just want to take care of myself tonight. I'm going to read a good book. I'm going to go watch a TV show. I'm going to, spend time with my dog or my cat. I'm going to relax and really enjoy like what I want to fucking do. And I'm going to take care of myself, take care of my body. I'm going to treat myself right. And that's a beautiful, beautiful gift, pile two. And then finally, patience. We're learning patience. The best gift one can learn. Because we only learn it and we only win it by being patient. It's so fun. Trusting that we will fly again. Okay? Trusting that we will fly again. You've got 3 birds here. Okay, that feels significant. That you're going to fly soon enough. Pile 2. And then on the bottom, we've got potential. Ooh, look at that. I love that picture. It's just so, like, if you ever lived in the mountains or, like, it reminds me of, like, Mount Rainier or when I lived in the mountains in Washington. Mountains with, like, snow-capped mountains are so powerful and eerie and just, like, the power. And then, like, you've got all the cosmos here. Just really beautiful, resounding potential in you, pile 2. Like that we are building something here. There's a giant energy that's just like transforming in you. That's like when your heart chakra opens, when you operate out of that heart chakra, whoa, Just like amazing shit. Amazing shit. I feel like a year from now, you're not going to recognize yourself. 10 years from now, you're going to be like, holy shit. That's how I feel. All right, last little nugget, pile 2. Okay. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. Yeah, they're just beating a dead horse now. That idea that through my mistakes, my failures, we're learning forgiveness for ourselves. It's built confidence. It's built resilience. We are learning so much in the month of November. All right, so pile number 2. What songs will be significant-ish? Do these songs ever resonate for you guys? I'm always curious. I always pull them and I'm like, I do not know how this pertains, but we'll get one more because it seems to be like the lucky. Okay, 2 more. Guess what happened? I Would Die For You, The Weekend. I like literally heard that on the way here. Now I cannot think of how it goes. Okay, but The Weekend, Die For You. I would die for you. There we go. Baby, I would die for you. Ed Sheeran, Overpass, Graffiti. Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, you in love with my body. Ghost by the Beebs. I don't know why that's funny. When You Look Like That, Thomas Rhett. I like that song. It's a nice song. And Vegas, Erin, Kinsey. Oh, that's a cute song. That just showed up in my YouTube profile. And that's where all these songs come from. And that's a cute one. Kind of in the vein of Faith Hill. Hey, baby, let's go to Vegas. Oh, did I do this one? All She Wanna Do, John Legend. He's a legend, that John Legend. All right, pile 2. I hope this helps. I hope it resonates for you. If it did, please like the video. Please share. Please subscribe. And let me know in the comments, like, all that's going on. Because I would love to hear how everything pans out. All right. Bye, pile 2. Have a great, wonderful November and a happy Thanksgiving. Hey, pile 3. If you chose this Tangerine Quartz, this is your reading for the month of November. So Tangerine Quartz is a stone, a crystal that represents playfulness, curiosity, like a childlike exuberance, joyfulness. It really helps us call back to, it's kind of like that 6 of Cups energy. It really helps us call back to childlike nature, wonder, playfulness. It's a really fun energy. So I'm excited to see what comes out for you guys. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled. Let's see what we've got here. Let me do these ones first. Okay. All right, pile 3. So we're on a new beginning, pile 3. We are deeply committed to ourselves right now, committed to our relationship with Spirit. We have this beautiful, the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. Okay, like you guys have really been doing the work. You've really been showing up. You're committed to yourself first and foremost. And it's a really powerful transformation that you've been undergoing. November's a little bit more of the same, but there is a lot here to unpack. So we also have Neptune, and Neptune is a very emotional planet because it rules, Neptune is something, The story of Neptune is something about water. I can't remember, like the oceans, not like Triton, but the god of, yeah, I can't remember. But a lot of ocean watery energy. And Neptune represents, what the hell does Neptune represent? Oh my God, I'm completely blanking. Spirituality, okay, it represents spirituality or psychic gifts. Let me see what the book says. But yeah. It is associated with the Roman god Neptune, who is the ruler of the fresh and salt. Is associated with the Roman god Neptune, who is the ruler of the fresh and salt waters of the earth. Neptune is a complex planet governing diverse human drives, such as imagination, compassion, and psychic experiences. Bundled with those ideas are issues of sacrifice and obligation. Balancing between giving and receiving can feature large with this card. So yeah, so like spirituality, psychic gifts, compassion. It's that was the other thing. I'm like, there's something else that I know about this. Compassionate energy. So I feel like we're having compassion for ourselves, also compassion for others. We're just kind of in this like energy of spirituality, energy of being deeply committed to ourselves, deeply committed to our relationship with spirit. And I feel like this has been an ongoing journey. And I feel like we are just nurturing the hell out of ourselves, because no matter what comes up, whether we lose a job or we get a job, or we were in the running for a job and we didn't get it, or we, a relationship ended, or a family member, the outs of the family, like no matter what happens, nothing is getting us out of alignment. Nothing is more important than our personal serenity and our personal peace. And that's a really powerful, wise energy to be in, pile 3. So I highly, highly commend you. They're absolutely, like, this transformation has happened most likely, because of some kind of rejection. This could be a relationship ending, something that knocked our confidence, something, or just maybe throughout our life, just feeling not good enough, unworthy. But kind of coming out of that stagnation of self-doubt and self-worry and stepping into something much more beautiful. We were on a new path here where we're not only on our own trajectory, but we're also guiding others. We're really, really embracing our empathic selves, but we're pouring all of that energy that we usually give to other people onto ourselves. There's also like 6 of Pentacles energy here, though it's not here because I didn't pull any tarot, where there's equal give and take. And we are, the amount that we are pouring into ourselves is so big and important because how much we've given. So now it's like we're just receiving. And to others, that might look like stagnation. To others, that might look like, wow, she hasn't found a job yet, or wow, she can't seem to find a boyfriend, or, like that kind of thing. But we don't care about anybody else's opinion, because your relationship with spirit, they're like slow clapping you. They're like, yes, you're in alignment. You're doing exactly what you need to be. You're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing. And you're taking the inspired action. You are, because you're in alignment, you are learning just an insightfulness about how you work, about how others work. And through these quiet whispers, you're living into your purpose. I recently did a Firefly reading about living into your purpose. And I feel like this is kind of that same energy for this pile. It's really important not to hesitate, not to delay on inspired action. And I don't really see that happening in the month of November. I feel like with this Ace of Wands here, we are really embracing the inspiration. Like, I feel like the inspiration, the inspired action that we've been taking, you're going to start seeing the fruits of that labor. Things are going to start paying off. I feel like you're going to feel hopeful again. It's like you're going to have divinely inspired ideas. And it's been a slow process. It's been slow in coming, but I feel like finally things are going to start taking off for you in the month of November, which is really exciting. Any creative talents, there may have been people in your life that, Like, I remember dating a guy once, such a joy. And I made a funny face because I've spent years doing comedy, and I just kind of like, you know, made one of those goofy faces, really ugly. And he was like, "Oh, could you please not do that again?" And I stayed with that butt nugget for like 2 years. So I feel like there are people in your life who've kind of tried to like dim your light, or tried to like make certain aspects, certain dreams kind of small. They may have tried to put you in a box, wanted you to be the adult, wanted you to be more responsible, wanted you to be more like your other sibling, or more like, you know, on this career path, this trajectory, wanting you to feel, you know, be mature, you know, don't post too much, don't, you know, like certain things that people say that it's like, it's none of your business how I live my life. And I feel like that's kind of caused you, like in the past, to be in an energy of, I can't sparkle, I can't shine, I need to stay small, you know, I'm worthless, clearly my relationships haven't worked out, clearly, you know, and this could be like, this doesn't have to be romantic, it can be even like job related, or, you know, how come I never get picked, how come I never get the job, how come I never, and I just feel like month of November, you just don't give any fucks anymore. Just don't give any fucks anymore. You're just like in the emotion of all of these feelings, and you're just like swimming in the bliss of stagnation. Almost, I don't want to say stagnation because it has a negative connotation, but in the peace of the in-between. You don't know what's next, but you know that you're in alignment, and you don't give a fuck about what's next, because it's like, even if you end up in a van down by the river, you're going to be okay. Like, you've learned how to be okay no matter the circumstances, which is pretty freaking cool. Pile 3. We have Tiger Eye here. Animals, solar plexus chakra energy. Tiger Eye is also a very grounding stone. It's a stone of balance, a very powerful stone, a stone for confidence. So I feel like, I mean, a few things. One, I feel like animals are represented here because, yeah, I feel like animals are kind of your friends right now. Animals are kind of your tribe. Like, you might see, you know, squirrels outside, or just birds, or your pet, you know, might be really significant to you right now. The snuggles, just getting your affection from the animal world rather than from, you know, your day-to-day people around you. I also feel like animals might be significant coming up. I mean, for some of you, it could be like you working with animals, but for most of you, I feel like it's an energy of, you know, if you see animals constantly, like, look up the meaning, the spiritual meaning of that animal. If your house is infested with spiders, like mine is all the time, or, you know, if you've been getting mice, or if you've been seeing butterflies, or if just like ladybugs seem significant, crickets, grasshoppers, whatever they are, whatever like you feel like is around you a lot, or you see posters or signs, or, you know, somebody gives you a gift of something, like, oh, I made you a cake that's shaped like a lion, like, oh, that's interesting. So look up the spiritual meaning of those, because I feel like Spirit's going to be communicating to you through the animal world, and whatever that way that resonates or makes sense to you this month. These are my Alcatraz cards. If you've been with me, then you know what these are, but there are rules from the prison from back in the day on each card, and this one says, you are not permitted to work on another inmate's case or to give another inmate legal advice or instructions. And just what I'm getting from this, with this Neptune energy of reciprocity, I feel like you're not allowed to save anybody anymore. You're not allowed to overgive. And I feel like you know that. I feel like I need to put on my own oxygen mask right now. And until I'm back on top, you're in alignment, you're back on top, but you're living into your purpose right now. And I feel like this time is very sacred. It's a very selfish time. I feel like this is, you know, Jesus going out into the whatever for 40 days, or somebody else going out into the desert eating manna. I don't know. It's been a while since my biblical classes, but one of those like journeys, one of those, you're kind of, it's okay. Like, isolation is a little bit okay in the month of November, because through this alignment, we're living into our purpose. As feelings come up, we're feeling them, we're expunging them, we're growing, we're learning even more, we're putting ourselves out there. We're not afraid to sparkle and shine. We're being our own unique selves. Nobody understands us. It doesn't matter. And we're not allowed to put the brakes on that transformation and that evolution for the sake of helping others. Okay. Then we have, I allow myself to accept prosperity. So we're working through some money blocks. We're working through some limited belief systems. And I feel like we've come so far in that regard. Working through rejection, fear, lack of confidence, feeling broken, feeling fragile, wondering when the next ball is going to drop. There's so much emotion that we've worked through and are working through. Money is simply energy and an exchange of services. How much I have depends on what I believe I deserve. And so in the month of November, we're really working on aligning our worth with our money, okay, which is a very powerful energy. Cool. What do I want to get? Do I get any clarity on any of this? It's really self-explanatory. I don't really... Anything else you want to say here, Spirit, about any of this? Definitely a time of self-love. Oh, that's too many. Hold on. Self-love, self-love, self-love. Anything else you want to say here? Yeah. We are just setting some boundaries. We are setting some boundaries. And we are just giving to ourselves. We're not accepting the breadcrumbs of anybody else. We don't feel the need to save anybody. It's just all about us first and foremost. A beautiful, selfish energy. And I feel like that's because we have decisions to make in the near future. I feel like we need to be in alignment. And I feel like that's because either career opportunities are happening for us, love opportunities are going to happen for us, new opportunities are coming in very quickly. And so it's so important to be in that alignment when those people show up, or those careers, those job choices show up, so that we know what feels good and what does not feel good. Because we're not going back to a past way of doing things. We're learning that, Seven of Cups energy, like all that glitters isn't gold. What is real, what will really make me happy? They're promising me this, but are they going to be snakes underneath? And so being in alignment, like, does this feel good in my heart? And trusting your intuition and your heart first and foremost. Very, very powerful. So let's see. What else? Let's get some angel messages. Messages for pile 3. Pile 3. The miracle of prayer. Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So I feel like this pile has been really fucking patient. And I feel like they're asking you to pray. Don't hate, meditate. They're asking you to pray. They're asking you to be in connection. They want you to believe in miracles. I feel like though you're in alignment, it's kind of like, I know this isn't stagnation, but would love for things to progress. Would love to, finally be out of this energy. And so what feels confusing, where we want answers, they want you to pray. They want you to be in contact with the divine. And don't hate, meditate is just again, that self-love and spending time in quiet, in ultimate quiet. If you can get into transcendental meditation, I highly recommend it. But even like YouTube videos are great, guided meditations. Just lighting a candle and looking at the flame for 5 minutes. will be really, really helpful for you to maintain that balance and also to get answers. Okay, so let's get some more guidance. I love what I do. Ooh, that's too many. Is too many. That is also a million. Can I just please get one more? One more, please. I also feel like you're learning how to have compassion for the worst of the people in your life. You know, people that have wounded you in the past. I feel like we're kind of calling back to certain times where we're not treating those people as like, ugh, I still can't stand that person. We're almost seeing their higher self version and kind of being like, thank you so much. Like, we're finding gratitude in the breakdown of it all. Like, thank you so much to that person. I know we butted heads all the time, but I'm so grateful. It's almost like you're able to see them from a higher self perspective and to just be like, thank you so much for helping me evolve. Like, high five on the other side kind of thing, which is really beautiful. Our guidance here, gates of triumph, success expands in your life. Okay, beautiful. To me, this is just, when that card comes out as guidance, it's just to believe that this is all for a purpose and this is all going somewhere. So just the belief that you're on the right path. Why do I say that? Because you've also got unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be. And look at all those animal critters, okay? So you've got lots of animal critters. You've got animal critters here. You've got your guides and angels. You're not alone. You're exactly where you need to be. It might feel... another pal got this, but again, with the Jimmy Eat World, the middle, like you're in the middle of something, you're transitioning from A to Z, you're on a good solid H right now, and we're on the right path, and it might just feel like stagnation, it might just feel like everybody in my life wants me to fucking do something, and your spirit guides are like, you're doing so much, you don't even know how much growth and evolution is happening underneath the surface. You know, the trajectory of the stars aligning for you on your behalf. So just trust, have faith, and keep going. Your guidance, don't fucking do anything. Lie back, rest, and relax. Just chill. Yeah. Read a good book. Eat a muffin. Have a cup of tea. Have a cup of tea. Okay. Which... you know, it's so hard when you have people in your life being like, so like, what's the plan? You know, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna read this book, and they're like, that's really irresponsible. Like, you need to figure this out. So enjoy. Answering the call. The time is now. So I feel like through these epiphanies, it's about balance this month a bit between taking inspired action, but also going within. That reciprocity, that equal give and take within our lives, balancing spirituality and practicality, working hard, playing hard, resting hard, not even playing, but just kind of like resting, relaxing, but then also going for what we know that we need to do, like taking leadership in our life. I feel like that's the call right now, is for you to take sovereignty and leadership over your life. And then finally, choosing your path, all is possible. So we are learning through this process, through this stagnation, through this transitionary time, what our path is. I feel like we're living into our purpose here. And it's really, that's just kind of the guidance. Be patient, because it's all going to pan out. Like, soon you're going to see the efforts of all that you've put in already. Coming to fruition, which is awesome. Let's see what's going on with love this month. Love for my pile threes. I also feel like you've done a bunch of inner child work as well. I feel like, you know, with that Tangerine Quartz coming out, I feel like you're in a much more playful place. I feel like your inner child is finally like happy and feeling a bit free. They're just like, oh, yes, I can breathe again. I don't have to stay in a closet anymore of sadness. Just one, please. What's going on for my pile freeze month of November? On the bottom. I already feel like a very flowy energy. Okay. We've got Her Grace. So pretty. The goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, within a sensual deepening of relationship with your own body, or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim, and to collect shells and lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. This is so much divine feminine energy of receiving right now. What people feel like is stagnation is just you receiving after all the work you've done. She is calling to you from ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She is coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessings into your life who is trying to connect with you more deeply. The blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body, if you are a female, or your own inner feminine, if you are a male. It may be a spiritual or physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you're growing. You're entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. Beautiful. That's just like divine feminine energy of creativity, receptivity, just like flowing with like this beautiful emotion of it all. And it could be, you know, a female, a woman, divine feminine energy coming into your life that is really, really meaningful. Maybe a mentor, maybe a family member, somebody being really significant in your life in the month of November. But ultimately from your other energy, I feel like it's just you and your energy and just kind of being like, I've done a lot of shit for a lot of people and now I'm going to receive. Yay. And just enjoy it. And nobody else has to get it. Nobody else has to understand. And ultimately you really don't care because like, you're like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Then we got She is the Moon. Beautiful. Okay. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen, rather than getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of the gardener who consults the lunar calendar. The right timing promoting growth, planting when there is fertile soil, and allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. You are being asked to check in with your timing. Is now the time for action or for rest? It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you are unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you are waiting for more light to reveal the way as the moon grows full. All things come in time. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening quickly and you are unsure if you are ready, really ready, be assured all is well. If something is not clear to you and you would like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Do not worry, do not force the insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself, just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of deepest night. Wow, y'all. So it's a card of patience, ultimately, and timing. And also really being in balance. Like, I feel like in your life, you know, you've been very patient. You're trying to figure out, you know, what's next. But through this, you're also balancing, you know, all of this energy, action and an inaction, resting, playing. What does your body call for right now? Does it need, Halloween candy bars, or does it need like a really big salad? Yeah, and just being in alignment to receive. And also maybe the moon cycles would be really important for you. With the full moon, we're releasing. With the new moon, we're kind of beginning to manifest some new intentions, kind of, as the moon progresses, we're beginning to take action. So maybe just kind of being more in alignment with the ebbs and flows of life as well. But ultimately, I feel like this is a patience card. It's a waiting card, and it's being in a beautiful divine feminine energy of receptivity and balance while we are waiting. So not necessarily like love coming in, or if you're waiting for love, or if you're waiting to, if you're in separation with somebody, or, but like take it how it resonates for your situation, because it's more like a patient and a waiting energy. Okay. Got love. Let's see what blessings are coming in, and then we'll pull some songs, and then I think that's it. All right. For my pile threes, what blessings are coming in the month of November? Blessings are coming in the month of November. Very similar energy in some way to the other piles, blessings wise, and I feel like we're all kind of learning. It's kind of a quiet month. Like big things might be happening, but we're learning kind of how to rest and how to like be okay in the in-between. I feel like it's coming out a lot. Okay, first one that came out, blessings coming in, we've got flexibility. Okay, so being flexible to being flexible with the journey, being flexible with our patience. This tiger is like, I was going to go get some dinner, but maybe I'll just go down that long path. It's really pretty. So just kind of being flexible in a lot of different ways, the divine detours and trusting our instincts that, I always kind of wanted this, but now I'm going to kind of head this way because I'm just not sure that that's what I want anymore, or, vice versa. So being flexible to, the divine detours. Then we've got solitude. Okay, so blessing coming in is just solitude. And I feel like this energy of, career might take off, relationship might take off very quickly. So enjoy the downtime. Enjoy being single right now, because very soon I feel like you're not going to be. So enjoy the solitude, enjoy the beauty of life itself, enjoy getting to know yourself and dating yourself. Okay, got simplicity. Yeah, we are just as simple as can be in the month of November. Being true to ourselves first and foremost. Maybe we're also scaling down a lot of stuff in our houses, but just simplifying life, making the simple truths the biggest truths. Okay, so blessings coming in, simplicity, beautiful. Blessings, action. Okay, so there is some action taking place this month. And I feel like this is the divinely inspired action that you're meant to take. And I feel like this action is really wanting us to, it's almost like we're plowing through the darkness of situations, the uncertainty, the fear, the overwhelm, and we're really just going for it. It's almost like kind of playing the part before we feel ready. And Spirit's giving us the strength to do that. Abundance, can't screw up that blessing. I just feel like you're going to feel like your life is so beautiful. I feel like you're going to feel like abundance is all around you. You can't help but feel that way when you're in that much of an alignment. So you're just things are going to feel fresh, new, beautiful. You're going to be able to see the world as beautiful again. You're going to be in a lot of gratitude. But I also feel like abundance is going to be coming. You're going to start seeing the benefits of all the work that you put in. And then finally, leadership. Okay, take that how that resonates. I feel like this is taking leadership of your life, trusting yourself above everybody else, But I also feel like, you know, there might be situations that come up where you're leading. You're in some way, people are watching you, and that is a blessing because you're ready for it, for sure. Alrighty. So those are your messages. I'm going to get one more little nugget, and then we'll pull some songs for you, and that's it. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. Okay, I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. Super moon. I love that. Beauty raises my vibration. I seek it out for healing and joy. Yes. We've got abundance here, so much beauty. Put yourself in the way of beauty any way you can. Go for walks. If you're going to be in nature, appreciate, you know, the laughter of your children. Appreciate a really good meal and like how beautiful something looks. And it'll just make you feel good. Okay. All right. So we're on my pile threes. Let's see what songs. What songs for my pile threes? You want to come out, yes or no? Yes. Okay, we've got Don't You Cry For Me by Cobi, Cobi. I don't remember what that one is. I Don't Want to Love Nobody But You. Every single time the song comes out. Every time. Lost Without You, Kygo, and Dean Lewis. Kygo, Dean Lewis. I'll link them all below. Lost Without You. Oh, you got a lot. We've got NWMB. Oh, Numb. I couldn't read my own handwriting. Numb by Khalid and Marshmello. I wanna get numb and forget where I'm from. A Glimpse of Us by Joji, Jojo or Joji. Oh, that song is a fucking heartbreaker. Sorry. Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home by Miranda Lambert. Drunk and I Don't Want to Go. And El King, to be fair. And finally, Lost in Japan, Shawn Mendes. Yes. I love this song so fucking much. It's so cute. That's Shawn Mendes. I know he's like, I could have given birth to him, but he's a good boy. All right. That's your messages, pile three. I hope this resonates for you. I hope it helps. If you like this video, please like it. Please share and subscribe. I'd love to know in the comments how this pertains, or just keep in touch and let me know how it goes for you. Okay? Love and light to you all. Have a wonderful November and an awesome Thanksgiving. See you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 4, if you chose this Dumortierite, this is your reading for the month of November. Dumortierite is a stone of mental clarity. It is also a stone that helps our psychic intuition, specifically things like lucid dreaming and astral travel. It helps like psychic abilities, develop our psychic abilities, and third eye. So interesting. Okay. But a lot of like mental clarity, focus and memory. Okay. So let's see what you've got here. I've already pre-shuffled. Oh, like that. What am I doing? There we go. Okay, I feel like I'm missing cards for you guys. Should I get them all? That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Yeah, I guess this other pile's got more cards. No big. All right. Interesting that this rules memory, mind, because we've got Mercury here. Okay, Mercury is all about the mind, mostly in regard to communication, learning, how we learn, how we communicate, speaking, truth, communicating. Okay, so the energy that I'm getting here for the month of November. This is a really exciting time, you guys. Your, I don't want to burn my face. Done that before. Okay. I am totally in charge of my life now. Okay, so the moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. And it's interesting that I feel like we're coming out of a time where things happen to us and we allowed things to happen to us. And we, for lack of a better way to say it, we kind of pointed the finger at, not like the finger, but the finger at situations in our life and being like, this happened to me and this happened to me and this happened to me. And instead we're pointing the finger at ourselves and we're being like, what did I allow to happen in my life? And kind of taking ownership and responsibility of the part that we played. Because even, for the most part, things that have happened to us, there is in some way a part that we've played, okay? That sometimes it's easier to be in the victim role, and I'm not talking about sexual abuse or anything like that, but in regard to a regular everyday life, things that have happened to us, bad decisions, bad mistakes, this person, that situation, that job, career, that blah, blah, blah. My family, there's just lots of fingers that we can point, and instead we're kind of using the month of November to step back into our power and step back into, I create my life. I am ruler and sovereign over my life. Things don't happen to me anymore. I make things happen for myself. And just kind of recognizing the part that we play. Now that can feel very scary, especially if we had a lot of things happen to us, if we've experienced a lot of trauma in our lives, if we've had parents that haven't shown up for us, if we had relationships where, people left or, cheating or just certain things that have happened where it feels really, really, really painful. It's hard to kind of step out on our own because it's like, am I safe? And I feel like for a long time, your inner child has just been hiding. Your little inner 4-year-old has just been like, this shit is way too real. I'm getting out of here. I hate this energy. I hate my life. I hate all that this is. This was not supposed to, how it was supposed to be. And they've been hiding. Now they're kind of coming out to play. Now they're kind of coming out like, all right, the energy's changing. I feel safe. I feel safe within myself. I feel like things are, happening. Things are, changing. And we're in a very powerful time in the month of November, where we're learning to get into alignment. I just heard Beyonce's get into formation. We are beginning to question everything. We are releasing the mistruths of our life and of society and of the things that we've just kind of allowed to enter our minds. Certain oh, I have to have this job. Oh, and I have to be with this kind of person. And oh, I have to, do these societal things by the time I'm 20, by the time I'm 40, by the time I'm, certain boxes we put ourselves into, and all these mistruths, ideas about ourselves, self-worth. I'm not worthy. I'm unlovable. I can't trust anybody. People aren't loyal. They're just going to cheat again. All these ways that in some way we're waiting for the rug to be pulled out from under us again. We're kind of getting back into alignment, and we're letting go of those mistruths, because those aren't truths. They're just our ego. They're just thoughts that we have. And it doesn't mean that that's the way it's always going to be, especially if we've been doing a lot of healing work, because we're coming at it from a different energy now. We're down here, we were taking the breadcrumbs and the scraps of society, of life, of situations, of relationships, career, and that's what we were being met with. A bunch of, psychopathic, crazy pants people, relationships, job, situation, blah, blah, blah. And now that we've grown, we're elevating, we're becoming more aware, we're stepping into our power, we're going to start having things align with where we're at right now, which is really beautiful. And all the mistruths we're letting go to, it's not like we're changing, we're just realigning with what actually is true. It's like having a statue under a pile of garbage, and they're like, oh, that's just garbage. But when you take off all the garbage, it's like, no, the statue's been here all along. It's a fucking statue. Beautiful statue. So it's kind of like that's where we're coming from. We're uncovering, by releasing all the mistruths, we're uncovering our true selves in the month of November. Really beautiful. They want you to know that you are beyond safe and protected. If you are concerned about loyalty, safety, trust, we've got Star Brothers here, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. You are being looked out for. You are okay. This is a different time. It's a different energy. You're well protected. You can get outside the box. You can break free and be wild because it's a safe space to do so. It's a safe energy to do so. And it's only safe because you've trusted it, because you've done the work to get yourself to a place where I am safe. I can trust this. I know I'm okay. And your little inner child's like, we got this, boo. Like, yeah, like I want to try it. Like, yeah, like let's go over there. There are times where like we'll do something, and my daughter, I'm just like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And I'm like, I don't know, that might be too scary. And she's like, no, I want to do it. And I feel like your little inner child's like, no, like let's get out into the world again. Like, let's do this. I'm excited. Like, I want to travel. Cerussite, root and crown chakras. So much you've been through, pile 4. And it may not even be like lifetime childhood trauma, but so much you've been through that has made you feel so unsafe and unstable. That has made you really timid and want to hide and be shy. And Spirit's like, no. We are getting back into a place where we want to learn, we want to grow, we want to communicate, we want to hear from other cultures, we want to travel, we want to, for some of us, maybe being afraid to leave our apartment, or being afraid to leave the country, being afraid, how can I afford this financially, with money blocks. Believing that only rich people travel, believing like, oh, I have to work 15 years before I can afford a trip to Florence. So whatever that is for you, trust that in November, travel's coming in. It's time to, we've also got blessings here. Okay. So it's time to get into an energy of receiving. It's time to get into an energy of believing. I am totally in charge of my life now. I can travel if I want to. I can do whatever I want to. I deserve to be able to learn about other cultures and to speak my truth and to speak, my opinion and to communicate effectively and to write, to do whatever it is you're feeling called to do. This is absolutely a time to be wild and unhinged and to blow the doors off of anything you believe to be about yourself. This is a new time. This is a month of, this energy has been progressing for a while, but this is a time where we're allowed to be untamed, wild, mysterious. This is a time to get outside the box of all that we know to be true about ourselves. To trust our psychics, like the visions that we have about our life and what's coming in and what we believe. It's a transitional time from very painful endings, stepping into a time of our own individuality, our own independence, our own freedom. And right now we're kind of in the middle of this transition, but we're getting there. We're beginning to take inspired action. We're beginning to believe again. We're beginning to shake off the dust of the boats of this old town and see the world. That's my best George Bailey impersonation. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're kind of coming into our magic again. And it's really cool. So much healing. So much being illuminated for us. So much that we're, you've got a lot of illumined moons here. If you can see, this is lifting the veil, behind the veil. And she's just vulnerable, sitting there with her beautiful self, her beautiful glow. And we're just really learning, so much about ourselves, and we're running with it, which is really cool, pile 4. Okay, so let me see, is there anything else here that you'd like to say before we move on, guys? Pile 4. Yeah, you guys got the world card. For me, this is significant. Travel card. This one, usually 6 of Swords, represents travel, but this for me is the travel card. So you've got travel here twice, which I love. You've also got the Tower that just flipped over. So potentially new surprising things could just kind of pop up and be like, hey, my sister in Venice needs an assistant, any chance you'd want to do that? Yeah, who knows? Oh my God, call me. Willing to travel for Venice. Florence, wherever. And the Sun card underneath that. Why is the Queen of Cups? I feel like for some of us, there's been significant situations in our life that have caused our emotions to just be out of balance. You know, it's like one day we're fine and we feel normal, you know, we feel balanced, fine. And the next day we'll just be so, like, we'll just cry at the drop of a hat. You feel like you've carried the burden of a lot of rejection, a lot of things not working out, a lot of trauma, a lot of just responsibilities and just like emotional imbalances. And that time is ending. Now it is a time to step out into the sunlight. To we got the Sun here and the World card, so it's like these are major arcana cards, so it's like a big transition. This Lovers reversed, this Three of Swords reversed, this was also a big transition of life sucking ass. And now it's like travel, sunshine, coming out of the dark. A lot of beauty ahead. And in November, we're really believing like, hey, I can do this. I can do this. And we're beginning to, you know, take inspired action. So I love this pile 4. I hope I pick this pile when I watch it here. Let's get some angel cards. They're here. Okay, so we've got Peace and Harmony, Archangel Raguel. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in harmonious light. Okay, so just kind of being that energy of peace. Peace first and foremost, knowing that we're safe. We're safe, we're safe, we're safe to experience, to try for something again. The miracle of nature. So in the month of November, being in nature will be really helpful to you. Thank you, angels, for helping me to reconnect through nature and fresh air. Anything that you can do to be outside is just going to really reinvigorate your third eye, your heart chakra, just feeling alive and beautiful and connected to that magical energy that makes all of us feel so good. And then finally, we've got express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. Okay, so kind of getting out of the muck of stagnation and disbelief, and instead we're getting into like a really playful, beautiful, joyful, exuberant energy of, yes, I deserve blessings and I'm excited and I am safe to pursue exactly what I want. I am in total control of my life right now. And then I just got Witch by Devin Cole, W-I-T-C-H, Witch, Woman in Total Control of Herself. So that might be a good song to listen to. But I'm in total control of my life. I'm totally in charge of my life now. Okay, love that. Let's get some guidance. Guidance for my pile 4s. Guidance for my pile 4s. This one, I'll take this one, and I guess I'll take them all. Oh, no, that's too many. Can you get one more, please? Okay. Oh, gosh, that's too many, guys. One, please. They're like, no. Okay. Just in case you needed to know, you're protected. Okay. 2 cards of protection here. Protected by the angels. You're cherished by the angels. Okay. Beautiful guidance. So, first one that came out, watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Okay. We're really beginning to learn to flow in the month of November. We're really beginning to trust Very exciting energy, very playful energy. Desert passage, trust there's a divine plan. Okay, so where you kind of might feel stuck, discombobulated, just trust that it's all coming together. It's all coming together slowly but surely. Staying focused, hold the course. Whatever good stuff you're doing in your life, keep doing it. Okay, stay focused, stay in that law of attraction energy. Stay in that positive golden retriever energy of like, wow, everything good happens, man. Like, whoa, I just traveled to this place and like, I just, won this new car and, anything can happen today. Everything radically changes today. And kind of being in that upbeat, positive energy, being in an upward spiral as opposed to that downward spiral of Debbie Downer of like, it's going to be the same day. I hate this job. I hate my life. My car just broke down. Awesome. And now I broke my hip and my pet squirrel died. And, it's just like negative Nancy. Stay focused and hold the vision of good things happening to you. Okay. You're protected. We've got crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Okay. So again, that transitional energy of coming out of really painful endings and stepping into something really powerful and beautiful and independent and freeing. And so we are releasing. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. We're releasing all those mistruths of shit that no longer serves us and turning into something, literally turning into something different with transformation here. A fresh new way of living emerges. Okay. So much orange and red in here. So much sacral chakra energy, that creativity, that emotion, sexuality. Okay, like we're really learning to envelop that beautiful, creative, divine feminine side. And then also, that feeling of safety. It's okay to fly. I'm okay to fly the coop. I'm okay to try for things because I'm safe. I know that I'm safe now because I've created that stability within myself as a sense of home. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see what's coming in for the month of November in regard to love. What's coming in for love? Okay, you got 2. Alrighty. Where'd my little book go? ¿Dónde está? We've got the cloak that came up first. The cloak, number 50. Okay. Around you, there is a cloak of your own creation. Perhaps it has served you for a time. Oh, okay. Perhaps it has served you for a time as an invisible form of protection, as a way to claim needed solitude, as a way to retreat inside to find out what you truly feel, what you truly need, to find yourself after being lost in an ocean of thought and emotion, not always your own. Yet the time is fast approaching when you will no longer require that cloak. You have attained an integration within, a knowledge of self that makes it possible for you to connect with the world, with others, in a way that does not leave you lost and struggling to find yourself. Beautiful. It's like this whole reading summed up, well communicated. You have learned how to hold yourself. You've learned how to do this well enough that you can successfully hold yourself and hold another too. You don't have to push the world away. You can invite it in and play. The message that this oracle brings to you is that you can safely release the forms of security that you once held. You do not have to abandon your boundaries with others. Rather, your boundaries are so functional that you can enter into relationships with more openness, trusting that your boundary will naturally assert itself when necessary, giving you the connection to yourself that you need when you need it, without having to withdraw from the relationship entirely. It is time to trust your own boundaries and practice letting them help you while actively engaging in deeper relationship. You'll have fun. So I love that. So it's like, yeah, like we've been protecting ourselves for so long. Again, like that inner child hiding in the cabinet or in the closet or just not feeling safe. And it was to protect ourselves, and God bless that cloak. But now we get to remove that cloak and instead kind of open and embrace the world because we feel safe and because we don't have to worry about being hurt or wounded because we have skills and tools and boundaries, and we've learned ways to adapt and different wisdom and different techniques, so that when we show up to relationships and situations in our life, we're going to do it different than we did a long time ago. So that's a really beautiful energy. I love that. Okay. Then we have Earth Angel. Earth Angel, would you be my... This oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you in response to your heart's call for help, love, and protection for you and your beloveds. Your prayers have been heard and answered, again, like another card of protection. Keep praying each day from your heart and know you are safely carried on the journey of love. If you have been worrying about a loved one, know that this protection extends to them as well. You are asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. Beautiful. So you don't have to worry. And you don't have to worry about anybody else's well-being or anything like that, because it's divinely guided, and they're being taken care of too. If you're in a relationship, I have a feeling that there's probably some beautiful spiritual connection here where you're both probably praying for each other, or both kind of sending each other like healing vibes, or you might both want to like care and protect for the other person. Like, are they okay right now? And just trust, like, the angels have got it. They're kind of like, we've got it. Okay. We're doing this over here. Okay. You handle your own shit and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life and live your life. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we've got more than other people. You're special. We've got Heart of the Moment. And trying to get down to the heart of the matter. You are entering a time in your life where past and future are colliding. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one. But even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, or just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in this moment to trust yourself, even if that trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a more long-term decision? This is a time when you can alter your future, stepping into a relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine with you. It's not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows, maybe they'll join your party instead. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone in your life and relationships. It is one moment that will manifest as many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices, but at this time, you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter into a new cycle. This is a time to be willing to take a chance or a risk to be happy within yourself, no matter what is going on around you. Your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in that knowing. And sometimes in readings, karmic can, it's like, if you're in a relationship, it's like, oh, it's their karmic person or the person they're learning the lesson with, like this idea of karmic. It's like a karmic situation. It's a bad situation. In this book, karmic just means it's coming back around. So it's about to take a karmic turn is actually a really good thing in this reading. So this is beautiful. It's like again, like you're totally in charge of your life right now. You have the power to decide if you want to be in a relationship, if you don't, if you want to leave a relationship, if you don't, if you want new love, who do you want that to be? It's kind of just like embracing, if you're not ready to make those big, bold decisions, it's just embracing the current moment and being okay in the moment. Like, okay, I'm not ready to make these big decisions yet because they're huge and they're scary, but I am embracing loving myself. I am embracing, good communication. I am embracing dreaming bigger for myself about relationships. So all of these are just like really beautiful energies. So take them how they resonate for you and your specific love situation. It's going to be different for everybody, and it's not like a love reading. So, all right, that is love. Let's see what blessings are coming in, and then we will pull some songs. All right, pile 4. Ay, ay, ay. Pile 4. So live your life. Pile 4. Blessings coming in for pile 4. All right, yes, pile 4, I love it, I love it. Okay, first blessing coming in, solitude, solitude. And I feel like for this card, it's just like a peace within yourself, being completely okay on your island. We're learning how to let the world swirl and churn and do all of its crazy things, and we're just like getting out of the rumination of our mind and just kind of embracing the solitude, the quiet, the peace within ourselves. Beautiful. Other blessings, taking risks. Okay, we're learning that we're safe. We're learning that we're safe. We're learning that our wings aren't clipped. We're learning that we can fly. We're learning to get out of the cage, the bird cage, and to get the hell out of there and to fly again. And our little inner child's like, wee, yes. They're so excited to pursue and to create and to inspire and to be inspired and all the good stuff. So we're learning how to fly and to take risks and to not be afraid of the outcome, because we know that we're safe and protected regardless. We've got leadership. I feel like this is really it's almost like ownership rather than leadership. But for some of you, you might be stepping into some of this inspired action, might be stepping into leadership positions, or creating your own companies or your own projects, some kind of side hustle. Take it how it resonates for you, but this idea of leadership in your life, living your life by your true northern star, by your own inner compass. Finally, we've got happiness, dolphins. There's 2 dolphins on there. So I feel like in regard to relationships, I feel like, and dolphins are so playful and happy and joyful and exuberant and young. And, it reminds me of like being a kid. So I feel like for those of you looking for relationships, the month of November, I feel like there's just an ability to trust that you can have happiness coming in. Whether or not a relationship starts in the month of November, I'm not necessarily getting that energy, but I feel like we're beginning to hope, like with what came out in the reading. I feel like we're beginning to hope and we're beginning to believe that we can have something beautiful and playful and fun, and that doesn't feel, oh my God, it reminds me of my dating profile. Focus. Something where, it's very playful, exciting, happy, but dolphins can also swim really deep and get deep. Not how that sounded, but can be emotional and vulnerable. And I feel like, it's water energy of like splashing, fun, play, pool, but also going really deep and kind of being like at that peace at the bottom of the ocean, swimming around and everything being quiet, and being able to be in that energy with a partner, feeling vulnerable and being able to have emotional discussions without, flying off the handle or just like feeling really good. So I love that one. That's really cute. And then finally, we've got power, bitches. Beautiful energy, just super powerful. It reminds me of like this, storms where, like especially like when I was living in Chicago and there would be like thunder snow or like the craziest Midwest storms in Chicago, sideways lightning, going through entire alleys, and there was like green and pink and just like crazy. But like after those storms, you went outside and you just felt like the electrons, you just felt the energy around you, and it was like, oh man, that storm was intense. Like you could just feel the electricity, and I just feel like you're beginning to like wield your life a bit, and it's a blessing coming in as you're gonna begin to feel really powerful, and like beginning to feel sparked alive. So beautiful. Pile 4. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let me get one last little nugget, if I can find my nuggets. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. And then we'll pull some songs. All right, so for pile 4, any last little nuggets? I'm just taking these 2, okay? Just do this. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. Damn straight. Okay. I invite peace within myself. I ripple this outwards. I invite peace within myself. I ripple this outwards. It reminds me of like, oh, when you go fishing and it's just so peaceful. I love it. Maybe you should go fishing. Go fishing. Go on a fishing trip. God, I want to fish. I love fishing. Okay. I will not remain stuck. I choose change. I love that. That's right. That's right. We're not going to be stuck. We're not going to be in the cabinet anymore. I hope nobody was really locked in the cabinet. Oh my God. Okay. Pile 4. What songs resonate for pile 4? Okay. Would That I by Hosier? Would That I. I'll link them below. I don't remember that one. Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Well, being great till they gotta be great. Bring It On Home to Me, Sam Cooke. Oh, good song. Sam Cooke, Otis Redding. Bring It On Home. Oh, ooh. Love it. Ed Sheeran, Overpass Graffiti. That came out in another pile. I don't remember the song at all. I don't remember even putting it in the bag. But Overpass Graffiti. I'm going to get you one more because everybody else had like 5 or 6. Brand New Me, Alicia Keys. Like that one. Boom. Okay. All right, pile 4, thank you so much for being here. If you liked this video, if it resonated for you, please hit the like button. It really helps me out. Please share, please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful November and have an awesome Thanksgiving, and I will see you all next time.